FIFA corruption revealed, almost, kind of. An Englishman sneaks onto the US Gold Cup roster. England under-21s face Germany, and Manchester United and Liverpool get ready to spend big on midfielders. Good morning, everybody. My name is Daryl Grove, and you're listening to The Goalmouth. It is Tuesday, June 27th, so many happy returns to Swiss midfielder Gökhan Inler, 2015 Women's World Cup Golden Boot winner Celia Sasic, and the man, the myth, the goal-poaching legend Raul, who celebrates the big 4-0 today. First, the big story. German tabloid Bild claims to have a complete copy of the infamous FIFA Garcia Report. You need a refresher? Okay. Michael Garcia is an American lawyer who, in 2012, was hired by FIFA to investigate the 2018 and 2022 World Cup bidding process. Garcia quit in 2014 after 2 years on the job, and FIFA released a 43-page summary of his investigation, which Garcia called, quote, erroneous. Still with me? I hope so, because this might be important. Now, Bild says they have the full NC-17 430-page Garcia report, as opposed to the scandal-free PG-rated FIFA-approved version. And Bild will begin serializing the report soon, and that the evidence strongly suggests Russian and Qatari and FIFA corruption as part of the bidding process. That sound you hear is George Qureshi A, learning German, and B, rubbing his hands together. Worth noting that A, Bild is a tabloid, and they're going to sensationalise this for all it's worth. But also, one of the journalists involved, Peter Rosberg, saw him on Twitter, say there's not one piece of evidence that will necessarily see the World Cup hosting decision overturned. For example, there's no photo of the FIFA Executive Committee in 2010 taking delivery of a giant bag of Qatari Rial notes. It's all a bit more indirect than that. For example, there's a mysterious 2011 deposit of $2 million into the bank account of the 10-year-old daughter of Brazilian Ricardo Teixeira, who was then a FIFA Executive Committee member. The money is said to have arrived via Sandro Rosell, who was then the Barcelona president, after Barcelona had agreed a sponsorship deal with the Qatar Foundation. See, nothing is ever quite as simple and straightforward as you want it to be, is it? That's how corruption works. But I'm going to keep refreshing Bild.de all day anyway. Back to actual soccer. The 23 names for the US men's national team Gold Cup roster were announced on Sunday. Brooks didn't include this on Monday's Goalmouth because I assume when Dwyer received his US citizenship, Brooks had his revoked. Pretty sure that's how it works. And now Brooks is a man without a nation, and he has to live in an airport terminal like Tom Hanks in that movie. But back to Dwyer. Yes, England-born Sporting KC striker Dom Dwyer is on the US Gold Cup roster. Of course, this is all part of England's secret plan to re-infiltrate America. Codename Operation Redcoat. Me, Dom Dwyer, Ryan Bailey, we're all in on it. As is James Corden. Stephen Gerrard was supposed to be part of it, but his mission was deemed a failure. I don't want to reveal how close we are to a full remonarchification, but I will say, start practicing your tea-making skills, America. Also on the Gold Cup roster, Israeli international Kenny Saif, who plays for Ghent in Belgium and has filed a one-time switch to play for the United States. Lots to think about with this roster, and if you want more, please give Monday's Total Soccer Show a listen, where Taylor and I spend a full 41 minutes going over the 23. There's a big game today. The European Championship Under-21 semi-finals are happening in Poland, and today's game is England versus Germany. I don't want to jinx it, but we all know this game is going to penalties, right? And once you get there, it's a lottery. Or at least that's what England usually say, and that's why we always lose to Germany on penalties, because they seem to mentally prepare for the shootout as if it was part of the game, which it very much is. Who knows, maybe England will win it in 90 minutes. Find out at noon Eastern on ESPNU, where the U temporarily stands for Under-21. Let's close with some rumour mongering, because I have no shame. I'm seeing Nemanja Matic from Chelsea to Manchester United for £40 million, because Jose Mourinho knows what he likes and likes what he knows, and what he knows and likes are big Serbian central midfielders. Elsewhere, Liverpool are linked with RB Leipzig's all-action Ghanaian midfielder, that's Ghanaian from Guinea, not Ghanaian, and yes, I looked up the demonym, so I'm confident that it's correct, Naby Keita. Leipzig have said, fine, you can have Naby Keita, but that will be 70 million of your hilariously valueless post-Brexit pound coins, please. And Liverpool have said, Give us a minute, we'll have to think about this. Other rumours have West Ham bidding a combined £50 million to bring Olivier Giroud and Theo Walcott to London Stadium as part of a generous Gunners who weren't quite good enough relocation programme. While Arsenal are being linked with a move for Riyad Mahrez, who, lest we forget, wrote a goodbye letter to Leicester fans about a month ago, but has been awkwardly hanging around ever since, like a man who dropped the mic in triumph but then couldn't find his way off the stage. Also, Barcelona are still interested in Marco Verratti because why wouldn't they be? He's kind of perfect for them. No details on a deal just yet. That is all from me. Herr Qureshi will be with you tomorrow, his fingers all inky from the fresh copy of Bild that he's had shipped specially to his home in Tampa. I'll leave you with today's Goalmouth top tip. No need for honey or lavender or any other fancy flavours. It's just a simple bag of black tea. You pour boiling water on top, then add milk and sugar to taste, and Robert's your mother's brother. Cheers.